Welcome back, everyone. So this is the third episode about this mini series about actuarial exam from the Society of Actuaries. And join me again is Logan, as he's definitely is getting more involved about this exam than me through his tutoring. So in this video, we will talk about exam FM, Financial Mathematics. We are both fellow of the Society of Actuaries, although I'm currently working in Canada and he's in Malaysia.
Hi there, I'm Logan. I've been working as a product and pricing actuary in the life insurance industry in Malaysia for more than 8 years now. I tutor actuarial students for a few exams, including Exam FM via Zoom classes. I am really passionate about teaching and mentoring students, and I hope to play a part in contributing to our next generation of actuaries. Exam FM has wide applications even beyond actuarial science, which is the reason I really enjoy this subject. The areas of application include our personal financial decisions, asset liability management, corporate finance, and developing a foundational understanding of our monetary systems.
So exam FM tests fundamental concept of financial mathematics and how they can be applied in calculating present value and accumulated values for various stream of cash flow. So these are very important for actual work in like reserving, valuation, pricing, assets liability management, and more. So you can also check out this video about the different roles that actually can work in an insurance company here. The SOA has also recently announced that there will be some changes with this exam. So Logan, do we know anything at this point?
The SOA has mentioned that some material from Exam FM that is outdated and not needed in later exams will be removed. So the content will be less, but it will still be a 3-hour exam. The revised exam syllabus has not been released yet, so we do not have much more information on this change at this time. There are some topics in Exam FM that I can think of that may not be used in future exams and may be outdated. But I do hope that not too much is taken away from this exam because there are wider uses for this knowledge beyond just the actuarial exams alone.
So exam FM is entirely multiple choice. It has some basic knowledge of calculus and probability. And so during my time, this exam was usually written after exam P. And still considered as the second exam from the Casualty Actuarial Society, which you can choose to actually would be just this exam FM. But I know these days many students choose to write this exam first, since it can be considered more straightforward. So for discussion on exam P, you can check out our previous video here. Both exam P and FM will give you credits by the Society of Actuaries and Casualty Actuarial Society. So you want to pass these two first before deciding whether you want to go with SOA or CAS. So Logan, can you share with us some of the exam tips for exam FM?
Yes, tip number 1. Know your calculator well. This is an interesting tip for Exam FM. For Exam FM, we need to rely a lot on the BA2 plus calculator. We rarely use this calculator in university or for other exams. So you will need to practice a lot to get used to it. It does have a lot of functions, and it is a calculator that we are not used to. So make sure that you are able to make the most of this calculator, because if you can master this calculator, you can be a whiz in solving all these financial mathematics problems. And this can really help you complete questions faster. As we know, for SOA exams, speed is also very important. So knowing your calculator well will really help you. The second tip, plan your time well and never run out of time. Even if you are stuck on a few questions, even if you find the exam difficult, that should not be a reason that you run out of time for this exam. To me, if you're running out of time, that is a sign of poor time management strategy. For Exam FM, there are 35 multiple choice questions, and you have 3 hours for the entire exam. This gives you a maximum of 5 minutes per question and 5 extra minutes beyond that. Time yourself and make sure that you don't spend too much time on any question. When you are starting a question and you get the feeling that the question is a bit difficult, so you should get this feeling within the first minute, whether you are confident to solve that question or whether you are going to be stuck on it, or if you have trouble understanding how to approach the question, then move on to the next question and come back to these questions that you were stuck on your second round. Don't be afraid of skipping the difficult questions and coming back to them later. Tip number 3, understand the fundamentals really, really well. This is especially important for exam FM. Exam FM basically requires you to do gymnastics with interest and discount rates and annuity functions. You'll be working with them in many different ways. So you should have a deep understanding of these concepts to be able to derive the formulas if required. You should also know how to derive or modify formulas for different types of situations.
I agree with Logan about understanding the fundamental for this exam, since it will help with your work in the future as an actuary, or if you work in the financial industry and insurance industry. If you pursue either the investment track or the corporate finance and ER track with the Society of Actuaries, material from this exam will be fundamental for those later exams. And if you choose to write the CFA exam, this knowledge will help as well. So Logan, can you share with us what is a topic that students usually find challenging for this exam from your experience?
Students struggle the most with the loans section. This topic requires a deep understanding of annuities, including decreasing and increasing annuities, and the components of loans, outstanding balance, interest paid, and principal repaid. Exam questions on this topic can also be quite tricky, as they are not usually worded in a straightforward way. They can test you in a way that you need to question your fundamental understanding of this section. So you need to have a solid grasp on the fundamentals of this topic in order to be able to solve the SOA questions.
So earlier we have mentioned that material from the exam can be very useful for actual work like reserving or pricing, but they can also be applied in practice for personal uses. Logan actually has a series on how we can apply different concepts learned from actuarial material to practice. Can you share with us 1 or 2 examples from this exam material?
Started a series on my blog titled 101 Actuarial Fresh Grad Solutions. That is a story of 3 actuarial fresh graduates applying concepts from their actuarial studies to solve everyday problems of common people and business owners. Quite a few of these applications are from Exam FM. I'll share 2 examples. First, understanding the interest rates charged on loans. Interest rates are quoted in so many different ways. We have simple interest, discount rates, annual effective interest, nominal interest rates, and monthly effective interest rates. Often people don't understand the differences between these rates and how they actually work, and may assume that they are getting a good deal just because the interest rate quoted to them is low. And of course, these kind of decisions can be disastrous or dangerous, because when we are taking up loans, we are getting into a long-term commitment. If you're taking a mortgage, it can even be up to 30 years. Even a car loan can be up to 5, 6, or even 10 years. And in Exam FM, we spend quite a lot of time understanding interest rates in detail. So this knowledge will be really useful in real life. The second application from Exam FM is evaluating investment decisions. The concepts of calculating present and future values can be applied when you are comparing different financial decisions. One example can be the decision whether to buy or to rent a house. So what you can do is you can project the commitments, costs, and benefits of each of these options, and then you apply a present or future value to compare them. You could also calculate the return on investment using the internal rate of return. So you can see these applications would apply to anyone. You don't have to be in the actuarial field in order to apply these concepts.
So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment sections. To pass actual exam, it can require a lot of work and effort. So I hope you find today's video helpful, and if so, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Good luck with your studying, keep it up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.